Here we are. Adequate notice of this meeting is required by the Open Public Meetings Act, was provided through the posting, mailing, and filing of the annual notice of regularly scheduled meetings of the Town Council on December 17th, 2024. The notice was, on that date, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, provided to the Westfield Leader and the Star Ledger, and filed with the clerk of the town of Westfield. Ms. Lushy, may I have a roll call?
Mayor Brindle, Acting Mayor Haggood.
Here.
Councilmembers Dardia.
Here.
Domagala.
Here.
Kiefer.
Here.
Saunders.
Here.
Armento.
Here.
Contract. Healy.
Here.
Please rise for the invocation, which will be given by Councilman Saunders, and then remain standing for the salute to the flag.
Today, may we be open to others' ideas and beliefs, respectful of our differences, not threatened by them. May we grow in understanding of one another. Strength, real strength, can always find compromise, working together. May we find a common ground, enable us to move forward with a shared purpose. May we see what is truly important and unites us, focusing on that to banish roadblocks of ego and fear. Today, may we be open to others' ideas and beliefs.
Thank you, Acting Mayor. Nothing too lengthy tonight. We have no road paving starting just yet, so nothing to report on any progress there. Sign program is going along. We'll have another update on that next meeting. And just again, I want to mention, I know you'll mention some comments tonight, Acting Mayor, but again, you know, very significant storm in big parts of New Jersey, including Westfield last night. I'll let you go through the details that you'll go through tonight, Acting Mayor, but I just want to thank the police, fire, public works, rescue squad, and the residents who were out there helping the volunteers. We had a pop-up shelter here at Town Hall last night with some residents who were brought here from the car vehicle rescues. And again, it was you know, tough night for many people here. Heather and I met 20 plus people in the pop-up shelter, all had different various tough stories, but thanks to the police department, fire, public works, rescue squad, and the police particularly, who ended up having to drive some of those residents back to their homes. They did not have the ability to get back home for various reasons. Many of the residents who were here did, or residents of New Jersey that were here, did have people pick them up. But again, just another good night for public safety services last night in the town of Westfield. So thank you.
Thank you, Jim. And thank you for keeping all of us updated last night as well. So thanks to everyone who's joining us both in person and online tonight. I will be presiding over tonight's meeting in my role as acting mayor while Mayor Brindle is out of town. As a reminder, public comment will be accepted in person only. We're streaming live on YouTube Live, and as always, the replay will be available afterwards on Facebook, YouTube, and TV 36. The storm information, Jim just gave us some of the highlights, but on behalf of the entire council, I'd like to extend our gratitude to our incredible team of first responders from the Westfield Police Department, the Westfield Fire Department, the Westfield Volunteer Rescue Squad, and the Department of Public Works, and a lot of people here in Town Hall who also played a role. Everyone displayed tremendous professionalism, dedication, and resourcefulness during last night's storm. Thankfully, no significant injuries were sustained by the public or town staff, and initial assessments indicate that no major damage was experienced to any public infrastructure in Westfield. According to the data from the United States Geological Survey, Westfield received approximately 6.34 inches of rain, most of which came in a 3-hour span. That's roughly 135% of the 30-year regional rainfall average for July, which the average is 4.72 inches. During the heaviest rainfall, 3.87 inches fell in just 45 minutes between 5:15 and 6 o'clock, representing 82% of the expected monthly rainfall for July. And by comparison, during this storm last night, Tropical Storm Ida, Westfield received 7.18 inches of rain. So a very significant storm. All streets and roads are presently open with the exception of Springfield Avenue between East Broad and Mill Lane, where a tree, utility pole, street lamp, and wires are still down, and also requires some further remediation by PSE&G, and police are on the scene there, but just a place to avoid. Additional noteworthy details about last night: the police department fielded more than 300 storm-related calls to its non-emergency and 911 lines. This includes 34 calls for service related to disabled and destroyed abandoned vehicles. The Westfield Police and Fire Departments responded to and conducted numerous rescues of people trapped in submerged vehicles on streets and roadways throughout town. The town's Office of Emergency Management activated and deployed its Rapid Storm Response Team, a multidisciplinary unit comprised of select police officers, firefighters, and DPW employees who have been trained, certified, and equipped as water rescue technicians following the unprecedented flooding caused by Tropical Storm Ida in 2021. Last evening, they entered waist-high floodwaters in some areas with their inflatable emergency rescue boats and removed approximately 20 people from vehicles submerged in floodwaters around town. Many of those rescued were transported to a temporary shelter that was housed here in the Town Hall Community Room. 3 of those individuals were treated immediately upon their arrival by the rescue squad for exposure, and 1 also sustained a knee injury during a fall. All individuals at the shelter were provided with blankets and dry clothing and water, and those who didn't have transportation home, as Jim mentioned, were offered transportation when the roads were safe. The Westfield Fire Department responded to approximately 40 storm-related emergencies, some of which were caused by lightning strikes to residential structures and fixed objects like trees and utility poles. 2 confirmed residential fires in the 1100 block of Tice Place and the 700 block of Forest Avenue were successfully extinguished by the Westfield Fire Department members on Monday evening, with no reported injuries and minimal property damage due to the swift response and additional recall personnel. 4 additional residential structures were reported to sustain damage by lightning, in addition to trees and wires across roadways making streets impassable, and active downed electrical primary wires caused fires in roadways. The fire department also assisted with the overflow of reported victims submerged in floodwaters and helped residences with water removal from flooded basements. The Department of Public Works was instrumental not only in assisting with the efforts of police and fire, but also in responding to numerous requests to clear storm drains and help mitigate water levels. Town-wide street sweeping is now underway to resolve any remaining debris from the storm, and in addition, a recent technological upgrade to our sanitary sewer systems with new digital sensors provide the DPW with critical alert about sanitary sewer pump levels in the area of Trails End Court. This technology enabled the team to respond in a timely fashion and prevent overflow to surrounding homes. Thank you again to all of our residents for your patience and cooperation, and to all of our departments who participated. And as a reminder, you can call 908-789-4000 for ongoing non-emergency requests related to the storm. And as always, immediately call 911 for emergency assistance.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. I just want to add one thing I forgot to mention. We are going to open up the Conservation Center tomorrow. Normally the hours are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but people might need the services a day early because of the storm, so it will be open tomorrow. Normal hours 9 to 2:30 for anyone that needs it. So again, Conservation Center will be open tomorrow.
Great. Thank you for doing that. I'm sure that'll be appreciated. And so in terms of tonight's legislative agenda, I'd like to cover a few things before we get going with the official meeting. From the Finance Policy Committee, we have several resolutions that include 3 resolutions authorizing affordability assistance grants funded through our Affordable Housing Trust Fund, a resolution to approve the insertion of a special item of revenue from what we call the Nacho Infrastructure Program, which adds $24,951 to continue to offset salaries for health services professionals in the health department here in Westfield. From the Public Safety Committee, We have several items. A resolution authorizing an award of contract for cancer screening services for the Westfield Fire Department, which fulfills a new state requirement for all municipalities that do not participate in the New Jersey State Health Benefits Program to provide cancer screening services once every 3 years to firefighters. This was completed through a competitive, publicly advertised RFP process. A resolution authorizing an award of contract for the purchase and installation of 2 additional LCD digital display monitors for the Westfield Police Department, which has just undergone a big renovation. A resolution authorizing payment to Axon Enterprise for the Westfield Police Department's body-worn cameras. An ordinance on first reading that provides for an additional handicap space in front of Franklin School due to the needs of an incoming student in September. An ordinance on second reading making minor changes to the Bicycle Advisory Board, which includes adding a pedestrian component to the scope of work and amending the voting member structure. An ordinance on second reading to ban the use of motorized scooters and bicycles on all park pathways and trails. As a reminder, this ordinance was reviewed and recommended by the Recreation Commission in response to a rapidly growing number of concerns being reported by the residents and our police department. We also have an ordinance on second reading that increases the maximum not to exceed price for a daily parking pass to $25. The not to exceed pricing does not reflect the actual pricing that will be set for this year, but provides the council with flexibility to make additional changes in subsequent years as needed. This online permitting capability will provide greater convenience for our commuters. It will also allow us to increase the number of daily permits available by selling them in the underutilized Waterston Street lot for the first time, and to adapt the number of daily passes based upon demand, with more daily passes being available on Mondays and Fridays, for example. The current $5 daily rate has been in place for more than 20 years, believe it or not, and has never been raised since its inception. We anticipate reviewing the pricing as part of a larger review of our townwide parking and pricing strategy later this summer. Our goal is to ensure we're maximizing the utility of all of our parking lots to serve as many residents as possible, as conveniently as possible, and to introduce smarter parking strategies as commuting patterns evolve. And then from our Code Review and Town Property Committee, we have a resolution authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute an agreement with the County of Union to modify the cooperative agreement that allows us to qualify for annual community development block grant funds. We have an ordinance on second reading that establishes an administrative process for veteran tax exemptions. This action is standard practice, and formalizing it will assist our tax assessor with implementation of any applications. And then lastly, we also have an ordinance on second reading that revisits the solar ordinance that was tabled and sent back to the committee several months ago for further review. The new ordinance removes the requirement that street-facing solar panels match the color of adjacent roofing materials while also preserving other existing regulations. And so with that introduction, let's get to work. I am going to start with a motion to accept the following appointment to the Board of Health. Denise Rizzolo will be filling an unexpired term expiring December 31st, 2028. Motion by Councilman Healy, second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Then we go to presentations and advertised hearings. Ms. Lajee, are there any advertised hearings?
Yes, Acting Mayor, we have 5 advertised hearings tonight. The first is for General Ordinance 2025-12, an ordinance amending the Town of Westfield Bicycle Board. Anyone wishing to be heard on General Ordinance 2025-12, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next is General Ordinance 2025-13, an ordinance amending the Town Code Chapter 16 to ban low-speed electric bicycles and low-speed electric scooters on bicycle paths, and to ban motorized bicycles and motorized scooters in parks. Anyone wishing to be heard on General Ordinance 2025-13, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next is General Ordinance 2025-14, an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Westfield, New Jersey regarding parking in certain municipal lots. Anyone wishing to be heard on General Ordinance 2025-14, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next is General Ordinance 2025-15, an ordinance of the Town of Westfield, County of Union, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 2, Article V, or Article 5, Finance and Taxation of the Town Code to establish 100% disabled veteran tax refunds. Anyone wishing to be heard on General Ordinance 2025-15, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Last is General Ordinance 2025-16, an ordinance amending the land use ordinance of the Town of Westfield relating to the installation of solar energy systems. Anyone wishing to be heard on General Ordinance 2025-16, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed. Councilman Dardia, please move for the adoption of Public Safety, Transportation, and Parking Committee ordinances.
Thank you, Acting Mayor. I would like to move for the adoption of General Ordinance number 2025-12, an ordinance amending the Town of Westfield Bicycle Board.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Damagala. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Dardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Hapgood.
Yes.
Next, I would like to move for the adoption of General Ordinance number 2025-13, an ordinance amending the Town of Code Chapter 16 to ban low-speed electric bicycles and low-speed electric scooters on bicycle paths, and to ban motorized bicycles and motorized scooters in parks.
May I have a second? Second. Seconded by Councilman Armento. Any discussion?
I would like to make a comment on that.
Sure, Councilman Healy.
These motorized e-bikes are a real phenomenon. It's grown tremendously in the last few years. They can be very dangerous. I do a lot of bicycling myself, and we also own an e-bike that you pedal, and then that can boost the speed. And the difference in speed between my just normal pedaling and what the e-bike can do is goes from about 10 miles an hour normally for a bike to about 20 miles an hour for when you're pedaling the boost. I'm sure our police department and our Chief Battle are well aware of the dangers that we're now seeing. And so this ordinance is just the tip of the iceberg of what I'm sure will be at a state level and perhaps a local level. And I will add that Westfield was a instigator of one of the great revolutions in bicycle history. The first bicycle helmet ordinance was passed in Westfield in the 1990s. That tipped off the movement to have a statewide law that copied the Westfield ordinance, and then that numerous states, the majority of states, have copied the New Jersey law. So we're pioneers in this field, and we're keeping our eyes on this, and we'll take all the input we can. This ordinance is just regulating or making unlawful to ride a powered bike on paths within the parks. It's just the first step. We have so much more to do on this. Thank you.
Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Dardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Hackett.
Yes.
Okay, last I would like to move for the adoption of General Ordinance Number 2025-14, an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Westfield, New Jersey regarding parking in certain municipal lots.
May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Saunders. Any discussion? Councilman Kiefer?
All right, thanks. By the way, I knew this is my time. I was just seeing if you were on your feet, Jordan. And you passed the test. Good job. So I just wanted to say that some of the feedback I heard on this since it was introduced was people wondering, why do we need to up the ability to for the permit up to $25 if we're not going to make it $25? In other words, it seems like the town council was sort of abdicating its duty or delegating wholesale to maybe the town administrator to just bump it up to $24.99 whenever they felt like it. And so I just, and just to note that that's really not what's going on. If you take a close look at the ordinance, it says that the daily parking permit shall be available for a daily fee up to $25 as such amount may be set by the mayor and town council by resolution. So my understanding in voting yes for this is that if it were to go to $24.99, there would be a resolution for us to vote on. So there's some comfort there for people if you're concerned about that. Thanks.
I think that's an important point, that the town council has to vote on it, and it can't, the increase cannot occur without our vote, but by resolution, not ordinance. So I think that's important. So,
Okay, please call the roll.
Councilmembers Dardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Hackett.
Yes. This motion is carried. Councilman Healy, please move for the adoption of code review and town property committee ordinances.
Yes, I'll move this ordinance that allows for a special tax treatment for 100% disabled veteran tax refunds.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Dardia. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Dardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Hackett.
Yes. This motion is carried.
I would like to also move for the adoption of general ordinance amending the land use ordinance with respect to solar energy placements on roofs.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Domagala. Any discussion?
Yes, I'll have a little discussion. You know, this might be seen as trivial, and this is a good example of council members discussing, investigating, working together to try to find a solution to a problem that's been identified. And this I could say, liberalizes a little bit the requirements to place a solar panel on the front of your house. But it was hardly analyzed, and I commend Councilwoman Acting Mayor Hapgood for working with Councilman Contract to try to find common ground. And it wasn't that easy to do. This looks like it puts it to rest.
Great, thank you, Councilman. Anyone else? Okay. Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Dardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Hackett.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the Town Council Conference and regular meetings of June 24th, 2025?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Saunders and first moved by Councilman Dardia. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Now it's time for open discussion by citizens. Anyone may come up to the microphone and speak to the council on any subject on which the council has jurisdiction. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Okay, looks like we don't have any participants for tonight, so I'll close this portion of the meeting and move to bills and claims. Councilman Damagala.
Thank you, Acting Mayor. I'd like to move to bills and claims in the amount of $1,788.25.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Saunders. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Next on the agenda is reports of standing committees, beginning with the Finance Policy Committee. Councilman Damagala.
Thank you, Acting Mayor. I have 11 resolutions, which I would like to move as a package. 1, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to refund Recreation Department fees. 2, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw a warrant for dog licenses for June 2025. 3, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw a warrant to Treasurer, State of New Jersey, for marriage and civil union license fees. Number 4, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw a warrant for unused parking permit fees. 5, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw a warrant pursuant to Tax Court of New Jersey. 6, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer refund right-of-way improvement cash bond. 7, resolution authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to draw a warrant for the second quarter construction official state permit fees. 8, resolution authorizing an affordability assistance grant pursuant to the Town of Westfield's Affordability Assistance Program for tenant of an affordable housing unit 1202 East Grove Street, Unit 1202. Number 9, resolution authorizing an affordability assistance grant pursuant to the Town of Westfield's Affordability Assistance Program for a tenant of an affordable housing unit 1302 Echo Lane, Unit 1302. Number 10, resolution authorizing an affordability assistance grant pursuant to the Town of Westfield's Affordability Assistance Program for the tenant of an affordable housing unit at 214 East Grove Street, Unit 211. And number 11, to approve the insertion of a special item of revenue, the NJ Nacho we spoke about earlier, the infrastructure program.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Healy. Any discussion? Thank you for filling in for me while I fill in for the mayor.
Absolutely, some of those were tongue twisters.
This motion is carried. Next is Public Safety, Transportation, and Parking Committee. Councilman Dardia.
Thank you, Acting Mayor. I have 3 resolutions which I would like to move as a package. Resolution number 1, authorizing an award of contract for cancer screening services for the Westfield Fire Department. 2, resolution authorizing an award of contract for the purchase and installation of LED, LCD digital display monitors for the Westfield Police Department. 3, resolution authorizing payment to Axon Enterprise for the Westfield Police Department.
May I have a second? Second. Second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion?
I have a question. Do I have this right? These are the speed monitors, or is that not correct? No? What are these?
The LED, LCD. Those are the monitors within the police station that displays for all of the, where the cars are and all the different.
Yeah,
Got
we just
it.
upgraded
Okay.
that whole system.
Got it, thank you.
That takes all the 911 calls. So all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? The motion is carried.
Lastly, I would like to move General Ordinance Number 2025-17 on first reading, an ordinance to amend the Code of the Town of Westfield, Chapter 13.
May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Damagala. Any discussion?
Just make one comment, Acting Mayor, if you don't mind. Just want to reiterate what this is. This is just an additional handicap spot in front of Franklin School. I just want to thank Principal Paul Duncan. Very easy to work with, and this is now being installed, an extra spot there for another child in need that's coming in into September. So again, thank you for considering this, and if it does get done by August, we'll be able to install it before school starts.
Thank you, Jim. Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Dardia,
Yes.
Damagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Hungate.
Yes. The motion is carried. Next is Code Review and Town Property Committee. Councilman Healy.
Yes, I'd like to move the resolution authorizing us to execute agreement with the County of Union having to do with block grants. It's an annual requirement that we update it.
May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Dardia. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried. And before I ask for a motion to adjourn, I did want to just let everyone know that I got a call earlier today from Senator Andy Kim's office. The senator is going to be in Westfield on this coming Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at Edison School in the auditorium to hold an in-person town hall. And the office wanted to make sure that I invited everyone in the town of Westfield and even friends that might be from surrounding towns to join him. He'd like to come and report out happenings in Washington. So 10 o'clock Saturday morning, Edison Middle School. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Councilman Armento, thank you. Seconded?
Second.
Second by Councilman Saunders. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion is carried, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.